I'll officially be changing my pronouns to they, them.
Singular use of they is not a new concept in English. With Demi Lovato coming out as non-binary and saying their pronouns are they, them, I decided to go back into this topic a little bit and discuss it with you all. My name is Anika Rose, and I love talking about word origins. Today we are going to delve into the word they. I'm going to talk about the etymology and the linguistics, and I hope that you come to your own conclusion, but hopefully this knowledge equips you to have those conversations with just a little more knowledge underneath your belt. Using they in the singular for whatever reason can be traced back to the 14th century. This is not stuff I'm making up. This is just historical linguistics. Let's look at some historical examples where they is used in the singular. William Shakespeare. And everyone to rest themselves betake. Jane Austen. I would have everybody marry if they can do it properly. W.H. Auden. It is too hideous for anyone in their senses to buy. To go even further back, the Oxford English Dictionary traces singular use of they to 1373, where it appears in the medieval romance William and the Werewolf. In modern English, this would translate to, each man hurried till they drew near where William and his darling were lying together. Each man hurried till they drew near. In about the start of the 13th century, they was imported from a Scandinavian source. It was a masculine plural demonstrative pronoun, which would be those in English today. It seems that they, their, them seemed like a better form in English than the forms before, and they were similar to the demonstrative pronouns of that and those, that and those and these and this and these. It used to be the word for they in English was really close to the word for he in English, and it was constantly being confused, so it made more sense to adopt this th word for they in English. So we have historical uses of they in the singular. We have the etymology of they, how we haven't been saying they in English forever. We used to say it differently. It used to be more similar to he. But I think it's really interesting to trace a little bit of the etymology of the word you. I might do a more in-depth video about you later. But you is also a relatively recent import into English. I think we all know that when we're reading old text, there's thee, there's thou. We might not know how to use them, but we know those words. You used to always be a plural pronoun in English, and when it started being used in the singular, probably because of the French.
Vous is used in a formal context to show respect when speaking to someone you do not know, someone older, or in professional or academic situations. Vous is also used as the plural subject pronoun when speaking to a group of people, whether these are close friends, family, or people that you do not know.
You started being used for singular people that were above you, that were in authority. Anyway, so it's thought that you became singular through this French influence, and then it just stuck and we got rid of the plural way of saying you in English. But there was a lot of resistance to using you. Queen Elizabeth I loved using you. She used it in all of her letters, but other people like the Quakers, they were so mad about using you. George Fox in 1660, he was the founder of Quakerism, wrote, anyone who used you in the singular was an idiot or a fool. And then grammar police in the 1800s regularly tested students and made sure that they were using thou for the singular and you for the plural in English. Even though it was likely that teachers were using you behind students' backs when they weren't listening, just kind of like they in writing. Teachers might have corrected us before when we used they, but they would use it themselves in their everyday speech, or one would use it oneself. I'm talking about the plural teachers, so it works, but there was so much resistance, and people also are like, well, if they is used for one person, then shouldn't we say they is? Because we say he is, she is, it is. But we also don't say you is. When I'm referring to you, singular, listening to me right now, I don't say you is listening unless I'm speaking certain dialects. I say you are listening, which would be what we use when we speak to a plural amount of people. We say they are, we are. We never say he are, I are, but we use the plural in both cases. So it's the same case with they. We are always going to say they are. We are not going to say they is. You don't have to refer to people as they is. That's wrong. Well, I mean, say it how you want it, but it sounds wrong. And this once again goes back to this evolution of language that I love talking about, and how language changes. We can't really do anything about it. The Quakers wrote a ton of books about not using the word you, but no one says thou now. Although I would say that would be a kind of neat addition to English, because it would be nice to refer to you is and you are. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this they thing. I think it's really interesting from a linguistics perspective. Obviously, there's a lot of other aspects to using they in the singular, but really, really cool that historically we have been using they in the singular. Shakespeare used it, therefore use it in the singular, you all. There is no problem with using they for one person. It's historical. We love that in English. Send me a message about words you want to hear about, or you can comment them down below. Obviously, I'll read them all. And yeah, let me know what you think about this word they, if you learned anything new, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.